Are you ready to see a drone outpost come under siege? Are you ready to see the effects of a swarm of drones unleashed on the players? Well, you've tuned in just at the right time. Now let's brief you on the situation. Players have decided to attack this DRF outpost. This DRF outpost is responsible for producing a large number of the small experimental explosive drones that you can see here. Now these drones alone are not very deadly, but in a large pack they can tear a ship to pieces and easily overwhelm enemy defences. So what you're about to see is players attack this outpost and hopefully destroy it. Now first on objective is X-Term. X-Term's got quite a capable ship, well armoured, well protected, and with a deadly railgun salvo in the nose. Scouting out from a distance, the drones have yet to detect him, but as soon as he finds these first shots, it's all hell is going to break loose.
Oh, yeah, incoming drone. Yep.
With the AI kicking into life, the DRF launched a swarm of small bee-like drones. These bees are armed with autocannons designed to shred through small ships in a swarm-like fashion. X-Term's PDC turrets kick into action and eliminate the incoming threat. One by one, X-Term dispatches the incoming drones, with their debris sprinkling across his ship.
Convert this to a ship.
Yep, that's some.
While X-Term was keeping the DRF busy, another ship attempted to jump in, but messing up their jump coordinates, they jumped too close to the DRF outpost. As soon as they did this, the outpost lit up with the Gatling gunfire, large caliber artillery shredding into this vessel that was completely unaware of what it had just fallen into. Luckily, the pilot of this vessel managed to regain control, navigating a careful course away from the outpost, but some severe damage was done in this time, damage that might not be repairable or might not allow them to even compete in the rest of the battle. Now, with a battle like this, it's important that the players keep the pressure on the DRF faction. If they keep the pressure on, keep eliminating the drones, it stops the DRF forces from massing. That is when the DRF forces are at the maximum sort of effectiveness, is when they come at you in mass. So X-Term is really holding the line here for pretty much the whole server. The other ship that attempted to come in and help with this outpost at this current moment in time buggered off due to damage, so maybe we'll see it back later. But out of nowhere comes X-Term's teammate, just in the nick of time, here to save him and help him out fend off some of these larger drones. So as you can see, we've got a lovely drone drifter that is being ripped to pieces by gunfire from both vessels now. X-Term hasn't taken much damage, and the reason for that is his PDCs. Now saying that, things are about to change though. X-Term has started taking more damage to the front of his ship from larger artillery fires being fired from the station. There's almost nothing left of some of these ships that are coming in. Another drone drifter is launched towards X-Term. Its thruster cells are being hit. It's trying to get its missiles through, but just look how easily X-Term's ship is intercepting their missiles as they come in towards them. They are literally being swatted out of the sky before they have any effect at all on X-Term's ship. Something really missing from vanilla space engineers with their Gatling gun features. Now X-Term's teammate is here. They are able to dispatch these drones quickly.
X-Term's taking some damage, but he's also giving it out.
Now with all these battles, I always find it fascinating to see different players' tactics. Now since we're using a weapons core in this particular server, you can see that missiles lock onto the targets and they are quite deadly when they do so. But with a little help from X-Term's friend here, they have dispatched all the remaining drones. With a little bit of recuperation and a check out of their ship, they're going to be able to begin a further assault on the outpost. But things are not quiet at the outpost. The drones are brewing up another wave of reinforcements to attack.
Fire the railgun once more. I wish it would tell you when it's charged.
It should.
Might have to go.
Yeah, so this close range, this is where the guns really seem to rip ships apart.
Now X-Term's faction XTS push forward towards the outpost. We're yet to see much response from other players on the server. We know they're in the area. I don't know if they're just trying to perhaps join a little bit later on and get a bit of a cheeky easy fight. But X-Term's pushing forward. Both him and his friend are taking some serious damage, but they're still giving it out. There is still a chance that they might take out this outpost. Now, just like in the movies, a strange-shaped vessel jumps into the fray, eliminating many of the outpost turrets and assisting XTS in destroying this outpost. This strange pyramid with weird technology that allows missile launchers to shoot through metal armor. How fascinating. What a strange creation, but so beautiful and elegant in its design.
You know, all the turrets are tucked in the little sides of this one. That's quite cool.
Right. More drifters are coming in to deal with the closer targets. 3 more, I think.
It's really hard to... Everything's really dark. I
mean, I had lights in the station, but I had to turn them off.
I mean, like,
lower things.
Like this, everything seems to be reflecting the skybox really well.
I had your station in front of the sun, so all I saw was a black outline.
Now, just like Conrad said, this was not the end of reinforcements coming in. The DRF brought the reinforcements in, and luckily enough, the players finally arrived to assist these players who had started the battle. We saw a response from RAB and various other factions who managed to show up and deal some serious damage with some beautiful ship designs. Now, with more ships and players arriving on scene, RAB and the other factions began to use some quite clever tactics to try and eliminate this outpost with reduced damage to themselves. By spreading out to the far points of the outpost, they spread the Gatling gun fire and also spread out the damage that they were doing, allowing them to eliminate more turrets at one time. The only problem with this is as ships started to run out of ammunition, and ammunition is a serious consideration when you're running weapons core and you're blasting away like this, some of the ships had to pull back. They had to reduce the range or even jump back to their outposts and rearm, and this left some of the other ships a bit more vulnerable. There was even fighters jumping into the spray. The only issue with the smaller ships is the lock-on missile launchers from weapons core can destroy fighters incredibly quickly. Now, the players had really done some great damage to this outpost. There was even a hole going straight through the reactor room. The reactor was still alive though and still ticking, but it did leave it vulnerable to perhaps an engineer jumping in and jetpacking. By spreading the fire out across various different components, they really started to cripple the station. You can see the tracer fire that was happening at the beginning of this battle is almost non-existent, and missiles are getting through in large amounts. The small defensive ships that were around the perimeter by DRF have been almost completely eliminated, but I know Conrad, and when Conrad's controlling the DRF, he always has a wave of reinforcements ready to spice things up. So as some of the ships start to get hit a little bit further, the reinforcements start coming in, and the reinforcements come in a big wave of DRF drifters. These missile-equipped ships quickly scare off some of the ships that are on the perimeter trying to attack the outpost, and they actually do such a good job. They push the players completely away from the outpost, and I thought that was going to be the event, but what happened was players snuck in the place while they distracted the DRF drones away. And doing so, they destroyed the manufacturing facility. So a great little tactic. I was not even aware that what was going to happen at the end there. The drones literally just got taken away trying to follow the ships, and kaboom, the outpost was over. I really hope you enjoyed this little mini event and had a great time battling here with us. Make sure you tune in to the next one and drop a like on the video. It really does help.